So our friends at Future 42 right now are running Olympia March Madness. They've put out a bracket where you get to decide on the craziest bill, the worst bill introduced in Olympia this legislative session. Now, some of these have already died. Some of them are very much alive, like rent control. So you get to vote. It's just about worst ideas here, not necessarily the worst bill to pass, worst ideas. And I love the regions because they've structured like March Madness. There's the more taxes for everybody region. Trust us, this is good for you region. What crime problem region? And the super duper important region, which is just like absolutely worthless, unnecessary bills like the one to regulate cow farts. So Future 42, they put out this hour-long podcast where they were setting the brackets. I actually thought it was a ton of fun. If you want to watch it, it's on all of Future 42's platforms. Here's a clip.
Hi, this is Steve Gordon coming to you live with Olympia Madness on behalf of Future 42. There's enough going on down in Olympia that's wild and crazy. We wanted to put together a bracket so that you, our fans, can vote on the craziest bills coming out of Olympia this year.
A lot of this stuff happens in darkness usually, though, right? And so one of the things that we're trying to do is highlight just the crazy that goes on in Olympia after you go to bed.
We've had a lot of folks, and a lot of folks in our Future 42 audience that have been helping us by contacting your legislators, weighing in on a lot of bills that you agree would be harmful for our state.
Yeah, and so I think Brian had a good point there where it's not just, it's fun, but a lot of these things happen in darkness. I mean, literally like at 2 a.m. And so this is a way, if people weren't aware of how bad some of these bills were, to get them involved in this and to get them to understand just the craziness. So right now we're in the more taxes for everybody region. They're going to vote on these. They're having public votes on their X and Instagram accounts on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So it starts with the more taxes for everybody region. So Monday's vote, which is already over. Sorry, you missed Monday's vote, but the next one will be tomorrow. It pitted two. I'm curious, Nicole, what you voted for. So which one is worse? The 1 seed was the vehicle mileage tax, like pay a tax for every mile you drive, versus a 4 seed, unemployment for striking workers.
I would say unemployment for striking workers.
I agree. And that was a 4 seed. So I'm going to disagree with that.
I am. Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that because of the vehicle mileage tax, the way that it was presented, it was based on the honor system and nobody was going to honor that. So
I tend to agree. It would have been an upset, but it wasn't up to us alone. Other people voted on it too. And the winner was vehicle mileage tax. Okay. So that is going to advance. And the one that's going to be voted on tomorrow is property tax increases versus the new can deposit tax. So property tax increases is the higher seed. I think that one probably sailed through pretty easily.
Seating is never my specialty. When we used to do Awesome Audio,
on Dory's show.
Dory and I did.
I loved Awesome Audio.
Never agreed on the seating.
Yeah. Oh, I loved Awesome Audio. Clips of the year.
Yep.
Oh, that was such a good segment. That was genius. So maybe we can steal it in honor of Dory.
There you go.
Yeah, but this one's good. So
I don't want to seed them. I'm not good at it. So
well, I mean, I think you're good at everything.
Oh, thanks.
I think you do a good job. So if you want to participate in Olympia March Madness with our friends at Future 42, there's a couple ways that you can participate in the voting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can vote in the polls on their X account or over on Instagram at Future42.org is their handle on both of them. You can also go to their website, future42.org, and they'll be tracking all. And they also have these fun little cartoons associated with all of them. And
adorable.
I thought they're totally adorable and kind of poking fun at the lawmakers who introduced these ridiculous bills. So future42.org to participate in March Olympia Madness. I love it.